Hello everyone, this is Virendra Kumar and this is the lecture number of 2 of heat of class 11th. Now we will start the class. So the first concept is the heat. The first concept is the heat. As we know that heat is the energy. Heat is the energy. Heat is the energy. Suppose that the body A and this is body B. When we transfer the heat from A to B, then the temperature of B increase as compared to body A. So we can say that the energy transfer from body A to B, and the unit of the heat is the calorie, and 1 calorie is equal to the energy required to raise the temperature. Energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of butter from how much, 31.5 to 40.5 degrees Celsius, means 1 degree Celsius is 1 gram of water. We increase the temperature of 1 gram of water from 13.5 degrees Celsius to 14.5 degrees Celsius, then that is called the calorie, means energy required, whatever energy we need to increase the temperature of water. The weight of water equal to 1 gram, that is called the calorie. If we transfer this calorie unit to the joule, then the conversion is coming 1 calorie equal to 4.18 joule. We have to learn it for the numericals, and this conversion is called the mechanical equivalent of heat. This conversion is called the mechanical equivalent of heat. And how it can be done? The question is how it can be done. Suppose that the mass m, this m coming downward, then the pedal is moving. By the movement of the pedal, the temperature of that water is increased, and the energy is coming from the potential energy which gained by this mass mgh. So by this calculation we derive it 1 calorie equal to 4.18 joule. So come to the next concept, that is the specific heat. Specific heat means energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of substance by 1 degree Celsius. Means there is no water, any substance can happen. Specific heat equal to energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram substance by the 1 degree Celsius, and the specific heat of the water equal to 1 calorie per gram per degree Celsius, and by the conversion we can say that 4200 joule per kg degree Celsius. The specific heat of steam is, and specific heat of water, specific speed of ice and specific heat of steam equal to 1/2 calorie gram per degree Celsius. So we have to learn this specific heat of water and specific heat of ice and steam for the numerical. And specific heat we have to be very careful, because its unit in the heat chapter, the unit is primary. Most of the question are especially related to the unit conversion and calculation. So if we increase the temperature 1 degree Celsius and 1 gram substance, then energy required, that is called the specific heat. Come to the next question, depend on the previous slide. Suppose that there is a 2 kg of water at 5 degrees Celsius. If we increase the temperature, then the temperature of the water is equal to 10 degrees Celsius. Then it is asking how much energy required to raise the temperature of 2 kg water from 5 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius. So by the calculation we can say that the specific heat of water equal to 1 calorie per gram per degree Celsius. By the conversion we can say that the 4200 joule per kg per degree Celsius. So now for 1 kg we required 4200 joule. For 2 kg how much we required? To multiply 4200, this much energy for 2 kg we required to increase the temperature. And what is the difference between the these two vessels? 10 minus 5 degree. So by the simple conversion we can, this is the mass m2 into 2 into 4200 multiply by 5 equal to 42,000 joule. This will be the answer. But the another thing which is important for the question, that is, this is the mass m, this is the specific heat S, this is the delta T, or this is the energy. So by this conversion the energy equal to ms delta T. Energy equal to ms delta T. We have to learn this formula also. Come to the another concept. Suppose that this water has m1s1 delta T1 energy, this water has m2s2 delta T2 energy, and this water has m3s3 and delta T3 energy. If we mixed all, suppose that this has positive energy, it means it's taken. It has negative energy, it is given. It is given energy to the vessel number 1 and vessel number 3, and this has positive energy, it is taken from the vessel number 2. So by the sum, if we calculate all the energy given and all the energy taken during this mixed up, then we find that the m1s1 delta T plus m2s2 delta T plus m3s3 delta T plus dot so on equal to 0. It is called the law of mixing. So we have to learn this formula also, and we have to remember it for many question numericals they are coming in the examination. So this is the another numerical. 3 kg of water, all the vessel in the water, and the 4 kg 3 kg of water at 10 degrees Celsius, 4 kg water at 8 degrees Celsius, and 2 kg water at 5 degrees Celsius. If we mixed up, then what will be the temperature of that water that are mixed up? So the solution is like this. We learn this formula. The ms delta T1 plus m2s2 plus m2s2 delta T plus m3s3 delta T plus dot so on equal to 0. So we apply this here. m1 s1 delta T1 plus m2s2 delta T2 plus dot equal to 0. equal to 0. By the calculation, the mass is 3 kg, S1 equal to water equal to 1, specific heat of water equal to 1. So T minus 10 plus the M2 is 4 into S, as the value of S equal to 1, into T minus 8 plus 2 into 1 into T minus 5 equal to 0. 3T minus 30 plus 4T minus 32 plus 2T minus 10 equal to 0. The value of T equal to 72 upon 9, that is equal to 8 degree Celsius. It's a very simple, but we have to be very careful to apply this formula, because the specific heat of water, the specific heat of another substance can be possible here. Okay, come to the another concept, that is the heat capacity of the material. That we here we see that as we know that energy or heat is the energy, then we can say that heat equal to ms delta T. The value, if we sum up the multiply ms equal to heat capacity, unit is calorie per degree Celsius and joule per degree Celsius. The heat capacity equal to mass into specific heat of the material. Then in terms of bookish language, the energy required to raise the temperature of given material by 1 degree Celsius. Whatever energy required to raise the temperature of given material by 1 degree Celsius, that is called the heat capacity of the substance. Come to the another concept, that is the water equivalent. Suppose that if this is the any vessel, it is heated by some heat up, and the temperature of water is also increased, T water is also increased, and T temperature of vessel is also increased. Then some energy transfer to water and some energy transfer to vessel. Then water equivalent is the whatever energy required to heat up the vessel, that energy can be used to increase the temperature of water. That is called the water equivalent. So the mass of water whose heat capacity equal to the heat capacity of given body, means that heat, suppose that heat is H water, H vessel, this is H vessel equal to H water, means that heat required to increase the temperature of vessel by 1 degree, it can be used to increase the temperature of water with 1 degree. Then it should be equal, then mass of container equal to multiply by specific heat of the container, delta T equal to 1 degree Celsius. By the calculation, this formula which is coming, we have to learn it, we have to remember it for the numericals. Come to the another point, that is the evaporation. Suppose there's a water is filled up in this vessel, then there's a water vapor pressure at the surface of the water, and atmosphere pressure is coming to the downward direction. At a lower temperature, what happen? Ki some of the water molecule can evaporated, but not all the water molecule is evaporated, and that evaporation is called the that removal of the water molecule called the evaporation. Then the atmosphere pressure is greater than vapor pressure, only some water molecule is evaporated, that is called the evaporation. And vaporization, when 100% evaporation happen, means whatever the water molecule at the surface is there, all the water molecule is evaporated in the air, and at that condition the vapor pressure should be equal to the atmosphere pressure, and that temperature is called the boiling point, and that is called the vaporization. It's a very simple concept, we have to be careful. Come to the next concept is the phase change. In a phase change, we can say that the solid is transferred to liquid, and liquid is transferred to the gas. If we change the material, suppose that water, ice into liquid, and liquid into vapor. If we change the material into solid into liquid, then we have to give some energy. We have to give some energy to break the bond and to separation in the water molecule, and that energy called the latent heat of fusion. That energy is called the latent heat of fusion. And in another concept, liquid to gas, we also have to give some energy to transfer liquid into the gas. That energy is called the latent heat of vaporization, that is represented by LB. During the phase change, we have to remember this point. I will start it. Temperature become constant, means in the phase change solid to liquid, we have to not increase the temperature of the liquid, means ice at 0 degree Celsius, 0 degree Celsius ice, and here is 0 degree Celsius water, then only phase change can occur. Means temperature is constant, 0 degree Celsius, 0 degree Celsius. But why? Because whatever energy we are giving, that energy goes into bond break and separation, and that energy not goes to increase the individual molecule energy, and that individual molecular energy responsible for increase the temperature of the liquid. This is another concept, I think same concept, but in a more descriptive way. The latent heat of fusion, energy required to change the 1 gram of the solid into 1 gram of the liquid at the freezing temperature, that is constant. At water 0 degree Celsius, unit is calorie per gram, joule per gram, and this is the latent of fusion of water is 80 calorie per gram. Latent heat of vaporization means 1 gram of liquid has to be transferred 1 gram of the vapor at constant temperature, that is called the boiling temperature. In case of water, it is 100 degrees Celsius. The latent heat of vaporization is 540 calorie per gram. So this lecture is end here. Thank you.